Evening, everyone. I good? All right, we will go ahead and get things started. We would like to welcome the two-time Valspar champion, Sam Burns, here to the media room at the Valspar Championship. Sam just captured your third win, the site of where you got your first win, and already 2 wins this season. Tell me how you're feeling.
Yeah, I don't think it's really hit me yet. It's such a cool day, and to be able to go back to back feels really good, and man, I'm just really excited.
1 into extra holes. Tell me mindset going into 18, but especially exciting hole there on 16.
Yeah, I hit a really good 3-wood off the first hole on 18, and then just kind of in between clubs there. I really thought Davis' ball had plugged in the bunker, just because they typically do into the wind. So we hit, half a more club just to make sure we got it past that bunker, and then hit 2 really good putts there, 1 in regulation and 1 there on the playoff hole, and then 16 just drove it right through the rough there, kind of a similar line to what I hit in the regulation. I just hit this one a little bit better, so it snuck through in the rough, and then just trying to get something on the green to give ourselves a chance with a putter, and man, it came through, so it was really cool.
Thank you. For the media, if you guys have a question, we'll get the microphone over to you. We're going to start off here. Doug Ferguson in the front.
Just more curious than anything on the putt that you made to win it. We don't often see that kind of a emotion come out of you. I'm not saying the moment didn't deserve it, but what did that feel like?
Felt like it looked. Yeah, I just think, after last week, the last couple weeks, I've tried to conserve as much energy as possible. And all through today, just trying to make sure that I never got kind of too high or too low, and just tried to stay kind of even keel. And to see that go in, I mean, that's just what I felt. And, the last time I was in a playoff, the WGC in Memphis, hit a really good shot on the second playoff hole to 6 feet, and thought I hit a pretty good putt, and it lipped out. So that stung. That one hurt a lot. So to be able to make that putt, it felt like it looked. I hope so. Oh, no, I'm drained. I don't have that in me anymore.
We're going to go up here in the front with Mary, Tampa Bay Times.
How much do you love this course now?
I guess it's got to be my favorite at this point. Yeah, I don't. For whatever reason, I wish I could tell you exactly why or what it is, but for some reason, I don't know.
Just curious what plans are for tonight for celebration.
I'm not sure. Try to get home, and hopefully see some friends and family.
We're moving the mic over here on the left side, Jeff Babineau.
Sam, what club is it that you hit off of 16?
It's kind of like a hybrid / 5-wood.
And as you look at that one hole and think of all the things that have happened to you on this place, is it kind of amazing that one hole can be such a stage for you?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's the snake pit. I mean, that's its MO. It comes down to some dramatic finishes, and crazy things happen in that stretch, and so to be on the good side of that the last couple of years is definitely something I don't want to take for granted.
And moving over here to the right side.
Thanks. John Cooper, the coach of the Tampa Bay Lightning, was asked what it would be like to win back-to-back Stanley Cups. He says it makes you special. You've won back-to-back now, Valspar. Does it feel as special?
I think I don't feel special, but it feels special to do it. I think it's really cool for Travis and I to get to experience our first win together here last year, and then to do it again this year. It's so cool, and I still think it hasn't really hit me yet.
And Adam.
Sam, how did it change your mindset and approach when you saw posted on the leaderboard that Davis had made triple at 5?
I honestly never saw that. I did not know he did that. I think, I saw that he was, I don't know what hole that was. He was at 15 at some point. I did not know he made triple. But
Are you just finding out from me telling you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And Davis is a heck of a player. He's Davis and I have been friends for a long time. We've played a lot of golf together. He's somebody that I've always looked up to. He's a world-class player, great guy. Unfortunately, he went to Alabama. I let him off on that, but yeah, he's an awesome dude.
Such a clean round. Wanted to ask you about 17 and the bunker shot, the chip, what you felt over the putt, and kind of holding it together right there.
Yeah, I think honestly, I wish I would not have seen JT hit first. The wind just did not touch his ball, and so I tried to take some off a 5-iron, just hit a poor shot. And then the bunker shot, it's kind of tricky just because I felt like if I landed on the green, it was kind of get away from me to the right. So I was trying to land it kind of close to the edge and just came up a touch short. And then the chip, came out funny. It came out a lot hotter than I thought it was going to. And I just, tried to read the putt to the best of my ability and I just told myself, best stroke of the day. Whatever happens, happens. It's out of my control.
Do you look at that putt the same way you would a putt on 5 or 7?
Sure. Yeah, I think it's it's a 6-footer is a 6-footer, and at the end of the day, all I can do is read it and put a good roll on it, and after that, I can't control it. So
apparently, it was 9, Sam.
9. Yeah.
There you go.
9.
And one last thing for me, you mentioned a minute ago that you don't feel special, but this win puts you to number 10 in the world. It just kind of puts you in elite class. How do you feel about that? Did you feel internally that you were kind of in that group all along, and does the number make it any more different for you?
I think for me, I just try to put in hard work, just try to improve my game every year, every week, look at stats and see what areas I can get better at, and then, my team and I try to attack those areas, and, that's all I can, control. And so, yeah, I mean, it's nice to see that, those things are paying off, and it gives us validation that we are working on the right things. I just wanted to try to keep improving. I want to see what areas that lack and just try to make them better. And that's ultimately what I love to do.
Sam, I know you have a lot of belief in your game. Last May, you were proving to yourself you could win at this level. A year later, can you kind of compare your confidence level being in that arena today?
Yeah, I think it's. You're coming down the stretch and you're near the lead, and you want to have this belief that you can do it, but sometimes it's tough when you haven't done it yet. And so I think for me, today it was just only thing I can control is what I'm doing, how I'm reacting to the shots. Everything else is out of my control. Whatever Davis does or whatever JT does, I have no control over that. And so for me, I think it was more important to just kind of stay in my little circle. Travis and I just, do our thing, and at the end of the day, we'll add them up, and hopefully it's good enough.
Moving over to the back right.
Sam, do you think periodically about that day 4 years ago, I think it was, when you played with Tiger at Honda and you played your way into this event?
That round with Tiger?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I gained some confidence from that round. It was a cool opportunity for me to play with him on a Sunday and just get to watch him up close. It was always a dream of mine to do that, and so it was also nice that I was able to play really well that day, and ultimately top 10 to get into this week. So it was definitely a special day.
And we're going to go back over to Adam Schupak.
Sam, you mentioned your coach, Brad. Can I get the last name?
Pullin, Pullin.
When was the last time that you said, I need you to come out here? You mentioned him coming out here on Monday, or heading here Monday.
I mean, usually we try to plan, like, hey, come every, 3 or 4 events. But he was down earlier in the week at Players, and I just called him on Monday, and I was like, man, I'm struggling. I'm not really sure. And he's like, I can be there tomorrow. And I said, I don't want to, affect anything you have going on your schedule. And he was like, no, I'll be there tomorrow. So he drove 12 hours on Tuesday, or Monday, Tuesday. I don't even know. And we just got to work. And so that just, I've always known this about him. But it really just shows me, that he cares and he's passionate about what he does, and that he would do anything for me.
You called him after the round Monday.
Yeah.
Was that a tough one for you?
Yeah, but also knew that I wasn't playing well, and so I honestly didn't have that high of expectations.
And what did you guys tweak for this week?
We worked on a couple things, my golf swing that kind of we went back to, and just tried to get a little more consistency in there.
We're going to go back up in the front, Doug.
Either now or when you're in the middle of it, when you look back at last year, when you're that 7-iron on 16 pretty well clinched it, it's a 3-shot win, or today, which was more fun?
I think they're so different. I don't know. I think today, to win in a playoff, probably more exciting for someone watching. But also, last year being my first, I don't know, it's a toss-up, I guess.
And secondly, when Davis had that 15-footer in regulation to win it, I think you were watching, weren't you? Were you off to the side?
Mm-hmm.
What was that like?
It's tough when you have no control. I wasn't rooting against him, but I just wanted a chance. I wanted just one more chance to have my say.
Unless there are any others, we're going to finish up here in the back.
Sam, thinking about your first 2 shots on the second playoff hole, of course they're not exactly what you want. Was there a moment when you got on tour when you realized that your golf didn't have to be perfect in order to make a birdie or do something
I think
special?
you're always learning out here. And that's just in life in general. You just try to, you have experiences and you try to, become better from them. And so I think, in the past I would have said that you have to play perfect in final rounds to have a chance to win. And in reality, it's just not the case. And so, walking there off 16, Davis is in the fairway 20 or 30 yards closer than me, and I'm in the rough. The odds were in his favor. But, everyone knows in the game of golf, anything can happen. And so I just tried to put a good swing on the 7-iron. We just tried to get it somewhere on the green and just have a chance. And, thankfully that ball went in. It very well could not have.
And we'll take final question.
When you started the round today, you were 3 strokes down. Did you show up at the course and think, there's a number I got to shoot, or did you just play shot to shot?
No, not at all. I just tried to play shot to shot. Just because, like I said, anything can happen. Golf's a crazy game, and it doesn't really matter how many strokes someone's ahead of you. Everything can change quickly.
I lied. Final one.
Sorry, Sam. Just hit me now that you're a multiple winner.
Last question.
Last one, maybe. No. Do you, in this constant learning process you're in, have you found yourself taking more out of winning, or more out of rounds like Shriners? You had a chance. Players last week, you were right there in a bad final round. Do you take more out of learning on the bad ones or the good ones?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. You just don't win a lot out here. I mean, the percentages are just not in your favor. And so I think for me, it's just, after those rounds or the times that you're close, you just try to look back and, see what you could do better. A lot of times somebody else just beats you. Somebody else plays better. Somebody else gets a break here or there that you didn't. And that's just kind of part of the game. And so a lot of it's, you don't want to be frustrated after you finish 3rd or 4th or 2nd or whatever it is, because you did something really well that week, and you have to kind of hang your hat on a lot of the good things you did, because once you start going down that path of the negative stuff, it can be tricky. So I think for me, just trying to find those areas where I could do better, but also looking at the positives too.
Sam, 3-time PGA Tour winner and back-to-back Valspar championship winner. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it. Huh? I don't know yet.